What you doing? I'm your Otakutainment, the AC stories with this Otakutainment reviews, live stream. Oh no, I did not think of an intro for this. Okay, this is my second live stream with the weekly Shonen Jumps weekly reviews. I can't think of a title of that. Something for. This is the second issue of 2025. I know it's not 2025 yet, but they started a bit early. I did not expect that. I know. So this is still me running through test streams and stuff like that, trying to figure out how everything's going to work, how my chair will stay up so I don't look too short. And I'm just hoping things work out okay. It's the main thing, because I don't know if it will. So if anyone jumps in, wants to talk, we can talk about any series. I'll be going through each series. There's a lot of them. I know that because I still gotta pull them up. I have just a mess of a time thinking about what I'm actually wanting to do. Yeah, so 20 series I think it was this week. Yeah. It'll be fine. There's a lot. I'll get through it. I don't have to rush this time. Got all the time I need. That also means I shouldn't get too distracted though. But if you want to hop in, talk about whichever series you want, we can do that whenever. I'll just be going through them. In the order from which they're least popular on the Manga Plus app. Let me turn off this music. There we go. Or should I have music playing the whole time? I didn't think about that part either. See, there's a lot of testing because I thought I'd be doing this at the beginning of the year, not December. So yeah, I guess I can just jump right into it. If this goes well, I'll keep streaming on YouTube. If it doesn't work at all, then I'll switch over to Twitch. This is my last try on YouTube because last time it didn't work out like I thought. The time will stay the same. This will probably be the time I'll be doing these streams. 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you can't watch it now, which if you're not watching it as I say this, you're the person I'm talking to, there'll be VODs. If the whole thing goes out or not, that's up to YouTube streaming workings, because who knows? Last time it said it did, then it turns out only about a third of it did, maybe a little more, but it's all a test. And then I'll slowly get better, and these will hopefully be something people can join in and enjoy. But let's just jump right into the first thing to talk about, the actual cover of the issue, me and Roboco. Woo, look at that. Okay, so me and Roboco it's a gag manga. It's obviously not other people's favorites either. That's why it's always so low. I actually have no problem with it. There's just, obviously not that much to it. But this one, it has the cover page. So, a big, nice cover on it. And even this one, well, let's just say, to celebrate the cover page, yeah, it goes meta. Everyone has these Mont Blanc pastries, but the power keeps going out with each time a pastry getting stolen, and then Gorilla getting beaten up for whatever reason that is. And, of course, to no one's surprise, everyone had thoughts, or at least assumptions, it was going to be Roboco, and it is, who just could not resist the temptation due to the stress of dieting for the movie, which, hey, remember there's a movie coming out, I forgot about that, or I just never knew. I feel like I saw something about it, but that's it. It's humorous. It's, I don't know, is it a gag that Gorilla just gets, I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff in it. But yeah, it's pretty simple. The title page is cool, Traders and Roboco. It turns out Roboco is the trader, so that's all there is to really say about it. Let's move on to, of course, the other gag manga, Super Psychic Policeman Chojo. another. Well, I really like this one. It's a nice theme for me, at least. Yeah. So, chapter 42, the curry-loving senior police officer, Mr. Guy. Yeah, that guy. Oh shit. Started a curry shop with some borrowed strength from alcohol. Not that he's alcoholic or under the influence or anything. Just, borrowing the strength a little bit. This is not coffee. But now it's about to go out of business because apparently trying to run a business while drunk doesn't work out. Apparently, who can know for sure? But yeah, with Chocho's help, the curry shop becomes a huge success, especially, I guess, ironically, for alcohol enjoyers. Yeah, I love some alcohol with some curry. Man, I want some curry. And yeah, it even gets a great review from an influential food reviewer critic named Hamikichi Shokumotsute, a big name for sure. And he's like, hey, I said a name. I sure did say a name because I'm bad with names, so I made sure to put them down in my notes. If you watched any of the first one, you're like, oh, you only take one line of notes. Well, I now have at least 2 to 3 lines of notes, so I at least can add some names. Oh, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, this food critic, Hamikichi, is K9, the other police person. Have I never said that name out loud? K9? No, that can't be the name. Wait, is that how that name's said? K9? K9? Oh no, is it just K9? Oh, I'm surprised. I'm just baffled. I never said the word out loud. Okay, or the name out loud. Yeah, and that's it. Everything turns out okay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like any gag mom, there's really nothing much else to it. Everything works out fine. So we can just keep moving on to another understandably not going last one. I feel like it's justified to say, yeah, this one isn't going to make it probably. Hokutaku, chapter 12, Pixel Summit. I think I complained last week about this one just trying to be sad for a character and not working out. This one, they moved past that. Introduces someone named Nakaba Akamine. I guess a game designer, player, fanatic, someone obsessed with games. So much so, doesn't really do much on her own. Introduced getting pushed around on like a cart or something. Okay. And then we cut to our group they're going to enter the Pixel Summit and have 5 days to upgrade Hideout Plan because it's taking place in Kyoto. I think that's where it said it was. And that's it. That's most of it. Just planning the last hurrah until it ends in a few chapters. I don't want to be negative, but I've been doing this long enough now. I think almost 2 years now. About 2 years of reviewing Weekly Shonen Jump. That it's like, yeah, I can see the ones that are ending now, so I get it. If this one doesn't end, then I'm surprised. Because there's others that definitely should not have ended and then did. So, there's not much else to say about that. Let's keep going. Just trucking through. I'm not going to waste too much time on stuff if I don't need to. That's where people can jump in and talk about it more if you want. But I'm just going to go on to my least favorite series in Weekly Shonen Jump. News Exorcist. And this one does not make the series any better. It's kind of dumb. So chapter 8, I Hate You. I sure do. I don't hate this series. Look, I don't hate any of the series. This one's not that great to me. I always encourage more stories, even if they're not that great or original, when others are so much better. But yeah, before ranting too much, the 5th branch captain, Isuki Fujino, and the twerp vice captain, Kabane, end up still taking Shiroha Fujino. This is where going by family names makes things confusing. So, Shiroha, I have to change that. Even though Yanjima keeps saying Fujino, talking to someone else who's also named Fujino. This is why I have trouble with Japanese names, because it's so common to switch between family name and given name, and if I don't pay attention close enough right away, I forget which one's which. Of course, now I know Fujino is the family name. Whatever. But yeah, Shiroha says, hates Yojima. Leaves. I guess it was a way to just deter Yojima from pursuing or doing anything, even though really in no position to do anything anyways. But Yojima is still determined to get Shiroha back. And look, it feels like this whole arc scenario is getting dragged on, just like Yojima is doing at the very end of it. What's the point? I just don't get the point. I don't like saying things are fillers, but this just feels so fillers. I'm trying to think of good things to say, and there's just not much coming to me. So I'm going to move on to Witch Watch. Another one I'm not super familiar with, don't know too much. It's still a series I'm trying to catch up with, and so I only have vague ideas, this one included. It is Witch Watch 182 Phantom Blaze Part 4. Kind of pretty cool, interesting. Kind of saw it coming, but they find Hibana and the professor. So Hibana fights, obviously, to buy more time. It made it seem like it was a surprise that's what was going on, but it seemed pretty obvious that was happening, and it works. They hold out long enough for the professor open up a portal that was actually hidden or made to look smaller than it was. He's like, ta-da, I'm a magician, it's here the whole time. Yeah, but then there's also a prophecy we gotta look at that says something like, today one dies, and then some numbers, 25, 15, 7 over today, 165, 5 and 8 over 1, and then 85, 12, 3 over dies. That's it. I don't know what that means. Especially the numbers. I don't know what the numbers mean. There might be more to it later. We'll just have to wait and see. So, yeah, let's just move on. Wait. Yeah. Astro Royale. Skip. There was no Elusive Samurai this week. There was an Astro Royale. So let's go to that. Oh, yeah, another color page. Chapter 33, Revival. This one, it's not going to end right away, but it really feels like it's starting to get to an end point, and it's extended just a little bit. I don't know what else is going to happen. I guess I should say what happens in this chapter before predicting what I think is going to happen after or later. Astro Royale. Hibaru and Kempa have a dream saying there are 6 pieces of the Daybreak Order. It's like, wow, and Hibaru has one. Then they go back. I think it said a week passed. They're just talking on plans of what to do on that stuff. The place they were just at got frozen over. And their plans, are, well, what's going on at least, is Shio already has 2. I don't know if that was actually shown, what it's supposed to mean, but yeah, Shio has 2 already. Hibaru has 1. There's rumors of the other 3, 1 each being in Hokkaido, Kansai, and Yokohama. And Shio's group is going to go to Yokohama while others are spread out to get the other 3. That's it. And I think that's just heading towards endgame. Of course, all the arcs could be longer for each one, or they could all start happening at the same time because they all leave at the same time. So we could see this starting to get to some kind of end, I guess. I don't know. But that's all it really is for that too. So let's move on to Kill Bill. Yeah, Kill Bill. This one, I think this one was kind of disappointing too. Page 81, I Will Eat This, Sukemen. I don't think I've ever had it. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Wait, have I? No, maybe I have. I don't remember. Anyways, all that really happens in this one, and just straight up plot armor, I guess you could say, is Rina Arsu, the rival of this contest with the Maid Butler Club, gets in a big lead, 2 whole bowls before it seems like Norin really even earnestly starts eating. But then motivation from Ogami with the noodle in her nose. Ew, I didn't even like that. You imagine that. Helps Norin win in the end somehow. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, it's just yeah, it really doesn't make sense. Maybe the only excuse I can give is Rena was trying to eat with like poise, like trying to be real dignified in eating, so maybe that slowed. But yeah, it's kind of dumb. It kind of is this series getting close to the end, because it kind of just feels like it's just going on. Anyways, I don't know, but the rest of the Maid Butler Club, I guess the leader of it, almost just decides to give up and like, no, we gotta still serve anyways. That's blah blah blah, and it doesn't matter because the Home Ec Club wins in the end. That's it. That's the chapter. Not much to it. It feels like it's just losing steam. Yeah, there's just not much else going on for it. That's a shame. Like, I don't think it's a bad series. It's just, it needs to figure out what it's going to do from now on. Unlike Akane Banashi Story 138, Chance to Shine, we're still in this long flashback. Get to know that older generation. And this whole chapter is pretty much just about Ishos, or at this time, Kisoba. Didn't even realize that. And because of the first performance is about a person using compliments to shortchange a soba seller. It all makes sense. It's all tied together. Yeah, that's it. I guess it goes over well. There's talk of like, you might get applause and stuff for like how you pretend to eat the soba, but it's really all about the tempo of the compliments. And from a written format, it's hard to tell if that like actually works or not, but it doesn't matter, because the real shocker is after this performance, all three of them, Prod J and Prod G, all of them, all three, are expelled from Kashiwaya anyways, and now it's like, oh, well now this is where we're going to get the new school. How much is this flashback going to actually cover? Is it going like somewhat cover up to present day, or is it going to show the establishment of it and now, or it's going to show up through Shiguma's art and then jump back? It's a long flashback. It's almost a whole nother story at this point. But yeah, that's it. It was a nice chapter. Nothing that special about the Rakugo yet. It was interesting. Yeah, it's the craft. Love is a mystery still. Weird about the title. But yeah, case 4, cats at twilight strangely sleep to the same dream. This one would be pretty okay if it wasn't just so typical. And it was okay. There's a phantom thief named Miss Cat, the 7th. Real name Lulu Chatnor, comes from a family of phantom thieves, I guess. And why is it, I know it's like cat burglar, but why do they always have to do that? Why is it so focused on, and it doesn't help that there's all, Cat's Eye is the first thing that comes to mind. Of course, there's Catwoman, Black Cat, there's all those. You couldn't have done something more original? I don't know, but yeah, then in like a dumb kind of sense, but still funny. The next thing Miss Cat leaves a calling card for, another kind of common thing, is to steal a pizza in a vase. That's it. That's all there really is to it. Not much else to say about it. And it is a pizza in a vase. It does eventually show it. It's just, anyways. So Lulu's scoping out the museum, and coincidentally, Inspector Soulful asked Sid for help. So also at the museum, coincidentally, just keeps ruining Lulu plans. Hits it off. Reads the same book. They seem like they could get along, but of course, Lulu already knows of like the Kraft family and the detective. Sid, however, does not realize who Lulu is yet. Maybe does, and will probably play it off eventually because it doesn't completely get resolved in this chapter. It seems like Lulu and Miss Cat is going to be a recurring character. Like, it always seems like they are. Yeah, but, Sid kept just, like, methodically checking and doing prep for whenever the thief, Miss Cat, comes, ends up just ruining Lily's plans anyway, so runs away for another day. And that's all it really is. And next, one I'm actually enjoying, and of course knew at some point it was going to have to happen. Ultimate Exorcist 24. Let's go to the hot springs. Yeah, already got to the hot springs chapter, of course. But this one isn't too pervy. Like, it's you kind of see some cleavage, and that was about it. So it's not too pervy. But yeah, Sasaki's crew goes to the Exorcist Association's Goma Hot Spring. Sasaki gets in there for free and gets set up, being a cross paladin, whatever. But they go in there to recover, but also to get stronger. There's like a giant cauldron of something that's supposed to help. If it does or not, we'll see. It seems to. It says it does, at least. Yeah. And then, not only are they there, but Tsurugi's group is there. Hisugi and Mako. The pervy moment coming when Mako joins the bath, of course. And they're also going to be there to help join the fighting. But first, they have to settle something with ping pong. That's it. Something silly's going to be next chapter. It might be the whole chapter. It might be real quick. We might just get to the open up and be Saki's team winning or something going on. But it's ping pong time. That's it. Next, another one that's probably ending soon, and it's been okay. Shinobi Undercover, Chapter 13, favorite number. Make more friends, and that is literally all this chapter is about. I mean, it's pretty simple, to the point, kind of. Not really too much action or stuff, more the lifey part. Aoi wants more friends, and this is another filler manga where the names are hard because every character uses a different name for each other. It's either family or given. I just never knew which one. Okay, but I'll say Aoi. I'll stick with that. Yeah, once more friends. They're going to go on a trip, of course. I guess because females can't be together in room situations. Aoi's like, okay, well, we need more friends. So Aoi joins Kana's group, and Nizuki kind of reluctantly, kind of wants to, who knows, joins Umineko's group, at least to pass art. Help with that, them getting closer, because I mean that has to happen between each character. That's how plots apparently work. And then eventually walking down the hallway, going up some stairs, some stuff falls, and they all save it. I think Kana saves like a statue or a bust or something, and Umineko saves the stand, and then Nozuki is the one that actually catches Aoi. That's it. That's the chapter. I mean, Umineko's trying to help Nozuki feel included. It just doesn't seem to work, and it's awkward. And then now the next part of the plan, since apparently Umineko couldn't date Aoi, apparently Nozuki's going to be trying next. That's it. So, Hima 10. Another just, the rom-com thing. Not much happened in it. I feel like, of course, I mean, that's the thing with all the... Let me just say, if they were to arrange these chapters and being like, oh yeah, not much happens, and then the most popular ones are the stuff that happens, that's exactly how these are ordered. Because I just realized there's a lot more notes and a lot more things for me to say in the chapters later. Mostly. But yeah, Hima 10. First, there's a little bonus comic at the beginning just to celebrate a color page. Kind of another, not a meta thing because it's not part of this actual story, but the fact that 2 of the chapters with color pages put something in about celebrating the color page is why, I don't know, it's kind of at least it's not in the middle. It's right in the beginning, oh yeah, that's nice, and then you jump into it, but it's like, it also takes you away from it a bit. But it's pretty simple. Kanai wore the lipstick to the stargazing, but then there's just a lot of bushes just getting beaten around. This is such a bare area around this bush because there's nothing left but the bush because they do not want to address anything. They're always just backtracking what they say, and there's always they say things, oh yeah, have an excuse for it instead of just being direct and be like, yeah, it's because I like you. It's like, oh, I like you too, because you can't have a story if you just say how you feel. The most frustrating thing in rom-coms for most of them. Sometimes it does get better. But yeah, that's all it is. Anyways, next, another one that really is feeling like it's about to end, because it even called Mission 254, Battle's End. There's more to this, but it really is kind of just the fighting is over. Asa's power is fading. People were seeing manifestations of others like Tsubomi, Momo. Nice moments to depart with. And then Taiyo just beats Asa pretty easily at this point, or easily finishes now that all this has happened. And it says mission complete, even though it seems like maybe Taiyo is fading, maybe not. Main character, what's actually going to happen? Who knows? We'll have to see. But that's pretty much it. Let's go on down. Both of these feel like they're ending. Both of them are ones I'm not super into or familiar with, so probably don't have that much to say unless people do want to talk about them. But yeah, Undead Unlock. Number 234. No All Along. Is that title translation right? No All Along? New All Along? Would that have been better? Probably would have been better. I don't know. Anyways. Also getting distracted by, I'm probably not streaming on YouTube anymore, because it's just not working. And it's not just me. I think I've been seeing other people just complaining about YouTube streaming just sucking. But I thought it'd be easy. I'm not even playing games. Anyways, getting distracted by failing technology, Undead Unluck. They had to do a surgery on Fuko to take the heart out. Then working together to do that. Oh, I forgot. There was another note to add. Another group has some kind of weapon to hold off while they do the surgery. Like a 3-part machine, whatever you call it. But yeah, while Fuko is getting surgery done to get the heart out, sure. Goes to this limbo-esque place to talk to Miss Game Master while it happens. And then they're just talking about how it happened, dying, sacrifices, all this stuff. I don't know. But in the end, what they decide to do is Fuko will de-age. It says by a year. Right? But then also, that'll help stay alive. But then there's the sacrifice to use the heart, which is love. You gotta sacrifice your love, your memories, all that stuff. But it's okay, because you can always get those back. That's the thing. And at the moment, it might be like, oh yeah. But, Fuko isn't worried about it all anyways, which is kind of nice. There's not that much worry, so there's some actual rationality to it. And yeah, it's just nice. I think this one was actually a pretty good chapter. I'm trying to think. Yeah, this one had a lot going for it. It's probably one of my favorites. Yeah. Besides the One Piece chapter, which, when I get to it, we're going to get to it. I think this is my... Ichi the Witch too, though. This was a good chapter. But let's move on to... Oh, yeah. Blue Box first. Blue Box is next in the rank. Usually, it was Ichi last week in this order, but now it's Blue Box. Another one I'm not too familiar with, but it is Blue Box 176. I want to be in a relationship. I didn't really make a deal with myself, but I was like, I don't need to talk about titles too much. And maybe I will, because this title just doesn't make that much sense. I guess it does. Does it? It doesn't, no, I guess it doesn't technically mean romantic relationship, because it has almost nothing to do with a romantic relationship. Okay, it's Chinatsu was playing basketball with Yumiko, then they talk some just about past things, playing, not playing, getting better, all that stuff, still being good, whatnot. Passion and taking a break can help with that stuff. All stuff that can actually resonate with creators or athletes. Anyone who has any passion for anything, sometimes you need that break just to reevaluate what you're passionate about and why. And so there was kind of that talk, which is nice. But then after that, Chinatsu takes some sweats to Taiki as an excuse just to talk more about Yumiko. But then that's it. There's not really relationship talk in this, so the title kind of confused me unless I'm just missing something. But that's it. Let's go to Ichi Witch, because this is one of my favorite series. It's still doing well. I'm glad it's holding strong. And the title is The 14th Hunt. question mark, question mark, question mark. There's a lot in this one. Apparently mushroom honey can be deadly. Ichi knows this from experience until Minakata, the weird one from before, who taught Ichi how to do like the sashimi boat, taught Ichi mushroom knowledge. But yeah, Ichi's all prepared. Like, all three of them are in like protective gear, while Togai's crew is not, and they're having some trouble with that. Togai's getting frustrated with it. But yeah, Ichi's plan is to have Komugi look like the perfect spot for fungus. It's just like a bed of, I don't know, it's just a weird little thing just sitting there waiting for the mushroom magic to just come around. You see how much the magic loves it, and then just grabs it. And then when Ichi's about to come to cut the vine, Togai summons Helgama to swallow up the whole thing. And Ichi senses bloodlust, but it's actually not Helgama. It's some other person, some other magic, some other male looking, who it could be another male witch, it could be another male magic. All kinds of theories are going to pop up, but whatever it is bad enough for Ichi to not lose all interest in this and go check that out instead. But we leave this chapter with that flashback, because that's it. But it's funny, the whole Komugi thing is just, I still love the humor of this. I kind of wish I would just kept doing weekly reviews of each chapter, but I wanted to focus on this instead. Maybe I'll just put a whole lot of effort into the Ichi the Witch part of this and just use that as an excuse. I don't know. But let's move on either way. Hunter, yeah. Hunter number 410. Negotiation part 4. We left off with a yes. And a kiss. But mainly a yes. Now, so something actually possessed and cheated to get that yes. And it wasn't the person's name I do not remember or know, and for some reason did not bother to look up. Yeah, something was possessing. You see, you can see it here on the title page. It's like, no, that's not what I want. So something made this person do this for whatever reason. We never see what that is. This kind of feels like it's forgotten about by the end of the chapter, or by the end of this. But yeah, the person's going to join him. We also learned that the Nin power works kind of like a game app. It's installed, then you see everything, level, power, location. Probably has spyware, stuff like that. Everything you would worry about, like an app on phone, worry about it, but now it's in your body. And then it moves away from this because there's martial law going throughout the rest of the ship. The first prince declared it with the excuse of it being bioterrorism. And I feel like I just missed a whole chapter or something. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure I read everything leading up to this. I don't know how I would have missed it. But apparently the first prince is dying, and dying fast. Or I may have missed it. Who knows? I was trying to hurry up and catch it on Hunter x Hunter. And I did. So I may have missed it. And it's so long. So wordy. This chapter included. There's a lot that could just be missed, but apparently the first prince has an illegitimate child, but now wants to be declared the king as soon as possible, so that this illegitimate child, whoever it's going to be, it must be someone we already know, probably. That would be like the big twist. It's like, oh, but wait, how old's the prince? I mean, it's the oldest prince. So yeah, illegitimate child will be declared the successor, and that's pretty much it for now, for what we know of this whole situation. These are such wordy chapters. There's a lot of information just dumb. I feel like maybe I am missing stuff. I don't know. Well, let's move on. Only a few chapters left. I flew through these a lot faster than I expected. Another one, just a whole lot of talking. Kagura Bachi, chapter 60, Resurrection. Resurrection, because I'll just jump right into it. Hiro actually did die, but was brought back to life. Yeah. So there's just a lot of talking about what to do about Samura. It's kind of painting Samura as like bad, but also like could potentially still be good. Like, it seems like Samura's goal is straight up just being upset about whatever the secret of these swords are and the people that wield them, You just want to stop that completely. But yeah, Hakuri is okay physically, but the sorcery probably not. But we also saw Hakuri just got sorcery anyways. Has that history of overcoming whatever was holding back, and I feel like Hakuri's going to get it back. It probably won't be a problem. And now we end with seeming like Chihiro is going to go train with Samura's ninja troop. The one who trained so hard to be able to fight with Samura without getting in the way. So they're undetected even from Samura. So who else would be, better equipped than to also be the ones to fight Samura? And they seem like they'll probably be conflicted when the time comes. But for now, they're pretty determined and be like, know what they need to do. So that's going to be pretty cool. I like where this is going. I wish I would have done weekly reviews on this too. Why was the first chapter so mediocre? And everything else since then has been pretty good. I don't know. Okay. Next, second from last, Sakamoto Days. This is another one that just really straight to the point. It's just fighting. Days 193, Tenkyu versus Shin. There's not much to say about it. Shin can't overwrite Tenkyu's mind again. Actually is able to overwrite your own mind in order to just jump once, but you can't do it to a person more than once, so won't even be able to use it on himself anymore. But yeah, they're fighting. It seems like Shin is winning until not, and then that's pretty much it. It just leaves off with Shin kind of in a bad spot. That's it. Now the big one, the one I've been waiting to talk about. Not a whole lot to talk about. Ooh, did this one hit? And if you read this chapter, you know it hit. Chapter 1133. Nice things. What an underwhelming title for this chapter. I mean, it is nice. It is a very nice chapter. The things in it are nice that happen. Except for the beginning. I forget this. It opens with just such a depressing flashback, backstory, of a child Robin just being hated, like fake stories, propaganda, whatever, from the government, Navy, military, whatever, just being made up for Robin. Still wanted, even as a child. Everyone just hates Robin. It's so sad. This poor little child. Of course, and then there's also Saul, and then, because I completely forgot about Saul, then there's of course, everyone reuniting in present time, but there's one more reunion we need to see. It's a big one, and everyone holds off on the party and stuff because no, we need to see this last reunion. And Luffy's like, no, if someone helps our crew, we gotta go thank him too and do whatever. And so we finally see the reunion of Robin and Saul, and it's so touching. Even reading it, I started tearing up a bit. I didn't even remember what happened. I forgot this relationship at all. And the reunion was just so well done. And it's so nice. They're trying to be like, oh no, we're finally reuniting, let's be happy. But then by the end of it, they're still crying and smiling, laughing through tears. And everyone else is crying except for Luffy, who's just sitting there smiling and so happy. And it shows also just the maturity and the just compassion for the crew Luffy has, and it's great. I'm sure Luffy is also touched, but it's also just so confident and also just happy for Robin. It was so nice. And it's like I said, I forgot what happened. I forgot about this whole thing, and just reading it how it was done, I was even starting to tear up a bit. I'm just almost starting to tear up a little bit just talking and thinking about it again. Too bad I don't watch the anime anymore. It'd be interesting to see what happens when they get to that. But One Piece has been going on for so long, and it feels like it just feels like stories are starting, or goals are starting to get wrapped up. Because Usopp, Luffy finally get here, the Elbaf, what Usopp especially has been wanting. Robin reuniting with Saul until Brooks makes all the way back around Red Line and meets up with the whale. I don't really know other people's motivations that much either. Until, eventually getting Laugh Tale or whatever. But you can really see, it feels like things are starting. Of course, it'll be years still, but it feels like things are finally starting to wrap up a bit. I mean, Egghead was kind of short when you look at it. Egghead was really short, not rushed too much. I mean, frantic, chaotic, but it felt so short compared to everything else. And I don't know where the story's going to go for Elbaz. Yeah, they're here now, but what next? Probably a lot more reunions. Because I think they've also just mentioned Shanks, and it seems like Shanks might be making some move. Of course, there's still Blackbeard. Yeah, we'll just have to see where it goes. But that's all the series. I flew through them. And I like it. I like doing this. So if you do not join me now, these will be. I'll do a VOD of it. Hopefully, it's all intact. I don't think the live stream is running that well, so I'm probably. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's just me. I know it's not just me as far as YouTube streaming goes, because I've seen others complaining about it. Even people with much better stuff than me. So I'm probably going to stream on Twitch, because that's been working for me anyways. I'll stream games on Twitch Thursday through Sunday at the same time now, 8 p.m. Eastern. So you can catch me there too. But switch over this. I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff I'm doing, and it's a little out of time because I'm doing so much. I don't know if I'm ever going to do weekly reviews for other series at all. May start eventually doing first chapter reviews. If the actual live streaming part of this does take off, for people who like the VODs at least, I might just start doing all of manga, or all the manga from Jump Plus that's on Manga Plus, and do that as a whole separate thing, or at least the ones I like and read, because there are a lot, and I keep up with most of them. The longer ones that have been going for a while, I haven't caught up on yet. I want to catch up and really get into Undead Unluck and Elusive Samurai Mission, but there's just a lot, and they're about to end, at least 2 of them. So I feel like I'll just wait, and that's part of the reason I thought I was going to wait for this too. But that's it for this review. I went through pretty fast, but hit the main points. If you're watching this in the future, be sure to join me on my live streams. It will be, the time is set for me, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Now going to be on Twitch, and then I'll take that VOD and put it over on YouTube. Maybe do some little editing, maybe not. Put it up however it comes, whatever is needed, whatever I like. But yeah, that's pretty much that's all it's going to be. Me jumping on talking. If other people want to talk, either through chat or if I know you enough, we can jump on voice and whatnot. Do that. That'd be time. It's just a good time to talk about manga. That's all I want to have. I want to talk about it anyways, and this is my excuse. So that's what I'm doing. Why not? But yeah, that will be it for me on this Otakutainment reviews. I have been your Otakutainer, DAC Stories. I want to thank my Ko-fi members, Vix Lab and Julio Vasquez. You also want to help support me on Ko-fi. That's another option. Appreciate it. You don't have to. There'll be a lot more stuff coming to Ko-fi. Everything slowly but surely, but it'll be coming as I write more, put out more videos, bloopers, notes. If you want to see the notes for what I did, it's literally 2 or 3 sentences per series, so you can see that. That'll be on my Ko-fi. That's the $2 tier. All kinds of stuff. Just check out if you want to, but you don't have to. But anything else? If you want to follow me more, find my social media stuff. Talk to me there outside of these videos, and talk regardless if you want. I also have a Discord. You can join that too. But yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you so much. Until next week. Bye.